Hello everyone and welcome back to some new Super Mario Bros. U, where today we're taking another look at Wiggler Stampede. In the last episode we beat it without the Wigglers, and in this episode we're beating it with only the Wigglers. That means we're not allowed to touch the ground, we're not allowed to touch any of the mushroom platforms, or bounce on any other enemy. The only thing we're allowed to stand on are the Wigglers. But with that out of the way, I should probably mention that I am still allowed to do other things like hit my head on the ceiling or on blocks. I'm allowed to climb, and I'm allowed to wall jump. Although these actions aren't going to be that useful in most scenarios. But without further ado, let's get into it. Now immediately we have our first giant Wiggler, which we can bounce on to get a whole lot of airtime. And then we can change that with this Wiggler, and then chain that with this last Wiggler. We can hit our head on a block and then climb into the sky world. And this is important because there's a jump that is either extremely difficult or impossible to do. And this allows us to skip it, giving us a lot of airtime to get over this huge platform and allows us to get to the next Wiggler. With that, we have a P switch, and now we basically just have to ride the Wiggler as intended. Although now we can't bounce off the paratroopas, because if we did, we would be bouncing off another enemy. So instead, we're going to have to be a little bit wary of that. But thankfully it's no problem for us, and we're able to make our way all the way over here to this next Wiggler. This is because the Wiggler we were just on goes into the poison here. He comes back out. And now we're going to go ahead and we have a huge platform. Thankfully, it doesn't really matter as there's a Wiggler over here. We're able to go ahead and use him. And just for fun, I decided to go under the platform because you can actually do that. We can go over here. Land on this yellow mushroom with a Wiggler on it. Now, here we are at a pretty easy section, where now all we have is just one more platform, but it really doesn't matter by now because now we can just air twirl our way to the end. And with that, the challenge is complete. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.